Staffers, they're like family.
What the hell's he doing, Steady?
This is great!
You're gonna win if you knock on every door.
Yes, this is a mod.
Shots fired up!
I should probably lay off the gin. Another tarmac, Oklahoma City. I'm part of the traveling press staff, and my job specifically is to deal with all the media traveling with us. I've worked on 6 presidential campaigns and 5 campaign cycles starting in 1988. We have an endorsement and a press conference, all blending into one.
Off to the event?
We are trying to deal with the wind here.
Your hair still looks fabulous.
Sure. Great tarmac hair.
I like being on the road in theory. I don't like being on the road this way. It feels like it's been 30 days in 30 hotels, and you know, that's not fun.
Stephanie, what's the first thing you're going to do once you're off the campaign trail?
That's never gonna happen. Hey, it's Stephanie. Hey. No, I saw that you called. I'm returning your phone call. Yes, I do. Ready? These charges are coming from a man who is fighting to keep the public from seeing 145 boxes of files because he was afraid of the political consequences. This is treacherous ground for Howard Dean to tread on. He's gonna stand here?
I was hoping that, so he doesn't grow into the...
Okay.
We're in lovely Oklahoma City, and we're at the Firefighters Museum, which is really great because of the significance of Oklahoma City. So
That's our feed right now. We're doing a live 2-way satellite feed with the governor of Michigan, which is the state we're about to go to, and she was doing an endorsement. We had a satellite truck there. They obviously had a satellite truck in Michigan where the governor was and others who were endorsing. She's going to be here, standing right there. We have one camera sending his image to D.C. and one camera in D.C. sending their image here. Our traveling press obviously is set up to cover this. Then they'll go into the main event. It's an interesting, one of the sort of minor technical challenges on a campaign like this, but it's stuff that if you haven't dealt with it before, you sort of discover problems that just make it impossible for this thing to work. We're trying to get this thing all 3 ways. We need that for a stills photo so that they can actually show the 3 endorsers in the foreground and the center in the background.
Stills, hey Stills, we want to do a quick technical walkthrough for the stills. Come on, come on. Any stills interested? If you're uninterested, don't blame us if you don't make the picture.
I knew I should probably lay off the gin.
Okay, I think we're going to stand by for the senator.
This is going to be a close election, and I'm going to do everything I can so that we win it instead of the other guy.
We saw President Bush go to New York, and we saw him put an arm around a firefighter and tell him that they'd be there to support him. Well, if he went back to New York today and you asked the firefighters if they would support him, the answer would be resoundingly no.
People genuinely believe that this is the most important campaign of our lifetimes. It's unimaginable, the stakes. I have no idea if we're going to win or not, but at the end of the day, he will go on to get the nomination, and he will be a great candidate.
Nobody briefed me that I was going to have a real interactive crowd here. But I welcome it. I like that. You know, anytime you want to pipe up, just let me know. Come up here. I'm willing to share the microphone. You come up and give a speech. This is sharing, something this administration doesn't know anything about.
My name's Marvin Nicholson. I'm the personal assistant to Senator John Kerry.
Yeah, I got the
Jif on hand just in case we need quick PBJs. I've been making the PBJs a lot lately for the big guy. I was his driver in the Senate for 2 years. The senator decided to run for the President of the United States and asked if I wanted to be his personal assistant on the road. You know, I've never really considered myself a Democrat or Republican or anything like that. I do this because I believe in John Kerry. But I've always, believed in common sense and, fundamental fairness. We've always thought, he is the best candidate. It's nice now that more people share that belief.
How are you?
How you doing?
Good luck. Good luck to all of you. Thank you.
Don't leave me in Nam, man. Don't leave me in Nam. Sarah said, "Where do you want to go?" And I said, "Take me to the battlefield. Take me to South Carolina." But unfortunately, things didn't quite pan. Going to Wisconsin now. South Carolina definitely was very different from what I had been anticipating. I had envisioned it being a battleground state, and unfortunately, we never did battle there. I thought that if I worked in Iowa, I would go to maybe one state after Iowa and sort of stay there. I guess I wasn't fully realizing how when you go to a state, you're only going to be there for a few weeks. I'm just going where I can be more effective.
Good. Not good.
Wisconsin's for Dean. This is Sandra. When I got to Madison, I sort of came back to the family that I had been a part of in Iowa, and they handed me a lot of responsibility, and that was great.
Sandra, are you there?
Yeah, babe.
FYI, there's going to be a poll out in the morning. It's going to show John Kerry kicking everybody's ass. We are in third place. It's 45-13 for Clark, 12 for us, to 9 for Edwards. This is obviously to be expected. Oh, the other cool thing is the governor did promise to put on a cheese head and run around the state capitol singing on Wisconsin.
Is that a good idea? Today I woke up at 6:30. I had to double check in to make sure that the 7 to 8:30 radio interviews that I had booked were going okay, and that the governor had all the call-in information and whatnot. Basically, the rest of the day I spent calling through to Milwaukee stations specifically, trying to find out if they would be interested in taking celebrities. Is it okay if we do, I know that you said till 8:40, but if I have something that goes till 8:45, is that okay?
Few quick questions about John Kerry.
We are sitting here filing. He's doing local satellite interviews right now, and we're going to move to the airport. I'm not even going to pretend I know where we're going.
Of recent vintage, I've always loved the Belushi movies, the Animal House, Blues Brothers, those. I love Indiana Jones. I loved, the Spielbergs, E.T., Most Counts, Third Kind, things like that. Great stories. I like good stories.
The worst part of this job, I think, without a doubt, is the state of delirium that you slip into after being on the road for a while. It just wreaks havoc on your state of mind.
But I will protect the middle class. I will not raise taxes on the middle class. So I think that's common sense. I think the people of North Dakota like common sense, and they like the truth, and that's what they deserve.
First of all, let me introduce to you John Kerry.
Hey, Candy, it's Stephanie Cutter. Could you give me a call? I just heard on the fan that you and Walt and Judy were saying that Kerry has the most special interest money. That is just not true.
Legitimate economic transaction and a sham transaction. And what I'm going to do is put that tax code before the Congress for all of America to make judgments about, and we are going to take out of it.
The state poll graph looks good too.
That's where the work pays off.
Great shot.
It's a great shot, man. Hail. I mean, sweet, man. Sweet.
And I believe it's possible for us to recognize something else I learned. I was diagnosed with prostate cancer a year ago now. I can stand in front of you cured and cancer-free. Why? Because I have the best health care in the world. Why? Because I could afford it, and I'm a United States Senator.
When we started this thing, we go to a diner or we go to someone's house and there'd be 20 or 30 people. We've been doing events lately that are 3,000, 4,000 people.
John Kerry, come on, shake hands with you.
The best part about my job is I get to work the rope line, and just to see the expression on these people's faces, like they're so excited. You know, it's like John Lennon or something's walking by. Like these people have like this amazing reaction to him.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Jim Loftus, he's probably the funniest guy in the campaign. He's about the only person on this campaign that I've met that is consistently in a good mood every day. I've never had a conversation with him that wasn't funny.
Paul Neville is one of our advanced guys from 2000. He also worked at the White House with us. He's a very, very talented guy. He's had, I think he has you had a serious head injury in the last year.
Well, Loftus, you know, we all had some problems after 2000. Some of us found the light.
So this is an example of a sort of, you know, that it's not actual bad blood at all. that we recognize that even our colleagues on these other campaigns are talented, momentarily confused, and will come home. And then what's the real fight going to be about, Paulie?
November 2004. Hey, good luck.
As you might imagine, was taking a particular interest in the Patriots, as were a lot of people on staff. I'm originally from the Boston area, and we were glad to see it. It's a big deal, man. Big deal.
Maybe we'll make up for the socks.
Belching reporters, belching photographer.
I got your underwear.
Don't tell everybody.
My bag.
Looks like it's going to be a bit of a defensive struggle. I think it's going to be 28-17 Patriots.
Tomorrow is a big election day. The Tennessee primary. Nervous. I mean, definitely nervous because this is a big day for us. This really has a lot of implications into our campaign. Just being realistic. You need me to make some calls? I'll make some. Give me a list, man. Here's a phone right here. Hey, how you doing? This is Ahmad Jackson. I'm here at the Clark headquarters, and I just wanted to call and remind you that today is the primary, and I was hoping you were going to go down and vote for General Wesley Clark. Oh, thank you so much, ma'am. And if you could tell all your friends to appreciate it. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I think we got one. Let me see if I can get some more. We put in a lot of work. Hopefully all of the work we've been putting into this campaign can continue to pay off.
She said, how are you listed on the ballot? She said, you'll have my support.
Beautiful. I gotta go.
Thank you all very much. Let's do it now.
Yes, sir.
Make those phone calls,
All right.
bring those voters in. This election is up for grabs, and we're going to grab it.
That's
Thank you.
right.
Thank you very much.
I was running a little late. I've been following the van since the hotel about 10 miles away. But I'm in pretty good shape. I'm not even out of breath.
That's how you stay in shape on the campaign trail.
Yeah, that's how they treat me. They make me run behind the van. The most essential item to carry on the road. Look, there are pigs, ladybugs, and sheep. Someone who will remain nameless got these for me.
Yes, you did.
This is the clips. It's a phone book. we have to read every morning. It's all the press stories on the election.
You read the entire thing?
These are all the Kerry stories. General. Here it is.
How long does it take you to read that?
About 2 days.
So, what's the first thing you're going to do once you get off the campaign trail?
See a therapist. Exit polling, which you can't always rely on, looks promising.
Oh, Morehouse.
Sorry.
It's a voter.
That was a member of the media.
Oh, that's okay then.
And I like it so well that for all I can tell, I may never come down again. Very, 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 very.
Too bad. Yeah. It's a good night.
Never a doubt. Never a doubt. You're the man. Never a doubt. I know you did. I know that.
Yeah, it's sort of surreal, really, you know? It's, 1 minute you're raking sand traps. Next thing you know, you're potentially on the way to becoming the nominee of the Democratic Party. Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes
John Kerry's the winner. Dean's at 17%. Oh, is it over? Oh God, Edwards, don't pass Dean. Don't pass Dean, Edwards. At this point, I just want a sense of dignity.
I mean, it's definitely a disappointment.
Have you ever been?
No.
I'm Rob.
Rob, hey, I'm Sandra.
Sandra, you from Iowa?
I was in Iowa, and then I was in South Carolina, and now here.
How was South Carolina?
It was South Carolina.
Great, huh?
It was great.
So? I think Dean entering the race changed the entire layout of the whole argument to begin with.
Dean didn't do anything. Yeah, Dean stayed the same. We were not changed. And that's why I feel like we haven't really affected this race. We've only helped them because they've adopted our platform and our rhetoric.
The way I view the experience is that I'm in this to try to make positive change, and it's an adventure, and I was ready for it.
I can't go back in that bar. I'll never get out.
Ladies and gentlemen, our leader, our fighter, our general, Wesley Clark.
Now, I just called John Kerry to congratulate him on his success in Virginia and Tennessee. We may have lost this battle today, but I'll tell you what, we're not going to lose the battle for America's future.
Great.
I got you. I'm going to Little Rock right tomorrow morning. Okay. Yeah.
You hear the official word?
I heard it from Matt. Apparently, I didn't know that was the official word.
Yeah. Well, we're going back to Little Rock. And we'll make the announcement there.
Got to get some plane arrangements together. I feel pretty lousy, but, you know, I guess that's just how it goes down. I guess, you know. So, what are you gonna do? I suppose.
We're doing great. We're doing great. No complaints.
to win Tennessee and Virginia when there were Southern candidates in the race. It was a big, big night.
It was very significant. It was a sort of solidification of where we were in the race with the other Democratic opponents.
I've said it before and I will say it again. We still know how to fight for our country.
optimistic that he will be the nominee. And when that happens, I can't imagine the feeling of having a whole Democratic Party, pushing behind John Kerry.
I just queued the network, so I'm going to unqueue them, so hurry. All right, let's see your run, Josh.
His tie should be a little bit more center.
Okay.
I think more than anything else, I will miss the people.
General Wesley Clark and Senator David.
Should I go first?
Yes, sir.
For all of you, this has been every bit as much a cause as it has been a campaign. It's not the end of the cause. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
This is an experience to cherish, no matter what the outcome was. We were a player for sure. All right, sir.
What?
I think this says it all. I think an empty press office.
It was a good time.
It was tremendous. We have landslide victories, heavily outspent in a number of places, and they had a dominant win. It was very much on the road to the nomination.
The President of the United States, John Kerry.